San Francisco 49ers have just made a signing here with Marquez Valdes Scantling, the former Green Bay Packer, Kansas City Chiefs. Played a little bit in Seattle during the preseason, but ultimately will find a home here in San Francisco, where I believe he's actually going to be a nice little weapon for Brock Purdy as they start to manage the injuries of one Brandon Ayuk and hopefully Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall are both ready to go. Obviously, Debo's in Washington. MVS is a guy that you can trust. He's reliable. He's also a great weapon down the field. And we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about MVS in this or as a transaction to send him to San Francisco. So first thing we notice here, 21 personnel. This essentially means 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 tight end. I actually believe right here. So 1 tight end, 21 personnel. We're going to see an 8-man full slide protection, which essentially means the offensive line is going to slide in this direction. And then we are going to have our running backs here pick up on the man side. Now we're going to get basically a crosser over the middle of the field. And I believe we get a clear out route here at the top of the screen. Now you only have 2 routes running, but the good thing about MVS is he has the speed or off the play action. First thing we notice is the deep safety opens up his hips to the wrong side of the crosser, and boom, now we have space. The throw is a little bit behind, but good body control, good catch radius, good adjustment to the football, and he's able to pick up a 27-yard catch. This is a guy where if you put him in one-on-one situations, he's going to be able to outrun you. He was a former 5th-round pick back in, I believe, 2018, but a guy that I really like in terms of being able to create plays for an offense. When you look at the San Francisco 49ers wide receiver room right now, you have Juwan Jennings, who's out with an injury, or he's injured right now. I think he's ready to go by week 1. You have Jordan Watkins, 4th-round pick. He's got an injury he's dealing with right now. You got Ricky Pearsall, you got Sky Moore, and Jacob Cowing, who's also going through an injury right now. Brandon Ayuk's going to miss some time. You needed some more wide receiver depth, and man, you get it here with MVS. We're going to break down the film. I'm going to show you what he adds. Before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. Let's get into it. Here's another one. 13 personnel. You got 3 tight ends, 1 running back on the field here. Basically just running a quick little stop route over the middle, trying to fit into a zone defense off the play action. And this one was with Buffalo. He only had 3 catches this preseason, but I wanted to show you a little bit of what he can do versus starters in the regular season. So going back to last year, working off the play action, does a great job selling a deep route, stops on a dime, and football comes out perfectly, comes back to the football, ensuring that the DB behind him has no chance of getting anywhere close to that football, and ultimately gets up the field for an extra 3 or 4 yards after the catch. Again, MVS is really good in and out of his routes, does a good job selling because he has so much speed in his game. It forces the DBs to just play super off coverage, which ultimately is able to help him secure some underneath routes for the most part. And right here, gets it at the 49 and gets it all the way up to the 45. So again, good job here by MVS. Let's keep going, break down some more plays here before we finish off the video. All right, he also was traded from Buffalo to the Saints, and they desperately needed a wide receiver. He kind of fit in right away with this team using some speed once they lost Rashid Shaheed within their offense. Now we're going to cross face of the linebacker, act like we're running maybe a shallow cross or a quick in route, but as that happens, we notice this DB kind of bites down, and once we cross face, we're going to expand this back down the field. So again, Derek Carr drops back, and boom, now we turn around that DB and we just outrun these guys, okay? Derek Carr lofts this thing up there, and look at MVS track this ball down and come away with a 40-yard touchdown. These are the ones that get me excited, and you pair him up in this offense with Brock Purdy. Yes, he might not be, a guy that's going to have 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns for you, but he's a guy that really spreads this field out, can get behind a defense, and it really applies a lot of pressure to the 3rd level DBs, whether it be a safety or a corner. This guy can apply a ton of pressure to a defense. So when you look at the offense here for San Francisco, if they're not healthy, expect this guy to be a day 1 impactful player for them, at least until they get healthy. Now when they're healthy, going to be interesting, right? Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings are probably your 3, with MVS being your 4 or 5. And then you have Watkins and Cowing as well, both trying to fit in. So Again, I am excited for this pickup for the 49ers. Needed desperately a wide receiver addition. Here it is right here. So guys, really quickly, do me a big time favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is completely free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the 49ers throughout the entirety of this year's season. Offensive, defensive, individual player breakdowns. Got you covered. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. That way you're notified when we do post a 49ers video. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.